Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our English first class. Today we are going to learn the present tense. Already we have learned verbs, the types of verbs, transitive, intransitive verbs, regular, irregular verbs, strong verbs, weak verbs, etc. I think you have understood the concepts. Okay, and today we are going to study the tenses. We'll start the tenses. First is present tense. Present tense, we know the tense which we use for the when we mention at the time of speaking, we use present tense, and there are three divisions in each tense. One is simple, four divisions, that is, one is simple, continuous, perfect. Perfect means perfect is there as well as perfect continuous. So together there are four tenses in each tense. Okay, it is divided into four. We'll see one by one. First we will study a simple present tense. The form or structure of simple present tense is subject plus base form of the verbs, or V1 form, or the present form of the verb. Okay, and since we have learned regular and irregular verbs, you must be remembering the present, past and past participle forms of verbs. So here, in order to frame a simple present tense, this is the form that we use: subject in the beginning of the sentence, and base form of the verb, or the verb 1 form of the verb. For example, Amal plays. See, Amal subject, plays V1 form, that is plays. When it comes to third person singular, we use S or ES. Since we have learned all these things, we are not going to learn about the structure thoroughly, but we are going to learn about the usages of present tense in this particular lesson. The first usage of simple present tense is to say about regular habits or daily routine. That means if we are following it regularly, if the habit is formed as a regular habit, then we use simple present tense. For example, here there are some examples of habit, a hobby, a daily event, or something that often happens. For example, I play soccer. Soccer, that is football. It means often I do it. Not only today, this is my hobby. The school opens every morning at 7 a.m. Even if it is not used every morning, the school opens at 7 a.m. means every day it opens. He always forgets her bag. He always forgets her bag. Here it means usually it happens. Every 12 months, the earth circles the sun. Okay, here it happens regularly in every 12 months. So in order to say about a regular habit or daily routine, we use simple present tense. The second usage is to say about facts or general truth. For example, the simple present can also indicate the speaker believes that the fact was true before is true now. That means it is eternal truth, to say eternal truths. For example, cats like milk. This is a fact. Caracas is the capital of Venezuela. Windows are not made of wood. All these are facts or general truth. In order to say this, we use simple present tense only. The third usage is to say about a scheduled events in the near future. This is most commonly done when talking about public transportation, but it can be used with other scheduled events as well. For example, the bus leaves tonight at 6 p.m. This is already scheduled, even if it is happening in the future. For example, now it is only 10 o'clock a.m. and the bus leaves only at 6 p.m. Still we use present tense because it's already planned. When do we board the plane? The question is, it is not when will we, it is when do we, because it is already scheduled event. The party starts at 8 o'clock. Now only the time is only 6 am and it's already planned, so we use simple present tense. The party starts at 8 o'clock. It is not the party will start, the party starts because it's already scheduled, it's already planned. In order to mention about a planned event, we use simple present tense. Simple present tense is used with adverbs like I always come to school by car. Always, that is one adverb. Then often, usually, sometimes, rarely, never, every day, etc. With these adverbs, we use simple present tense. For example, they sleep early every day. He is never late for class. When we use these adverbs, we use simple present tense. Regarding the structure of simple present tense, we add s or es in order to form verbs in third person singular. For example, I live, that is simple present tense. They live, that is simple present tense. You live. But when it comes to third person singular, that is he, she, or it. He lives, she lives, it lives. Okay, so with third person singular we use s or es along with the verb. So keep it in your mind. I told you that with third person singular we use s or es along with the verbs. We have seen an example where we use s. Here you see when a word ends with o, double s, sh, ch, x, etc. we add es. For example, go, goes, kiss, kisses, watch, watches, wash, washes, fix, fixes. Okay, so even though we write it in such a way, we read it as is. Goes, that's okay. Kiss, that is kisses, not kisses. Watch, watches, not watches. Wash, washes. Fix, fixes. So here we read it as is and we use es along with these words which ends in o, double s, sh, ch, x, etc. If a consonant followed by y, the y changes into ie. For example, study, d, study. This word ends in consonant, study. So it changes into ies, studies. But if the word ends in vowel, for example, I play, it ends in a, play, then we just add s, plays. It is not plays, it is plays. In order to form negative and interrogative sentences, we use auxiliary verb do or does. For example, do I or do you, do they like. Okay, and if it is negative sentence, then in order to form negative word we use don't, they don't, I don't. Also for third person singular, does she, does he, does it, etc. Also for negative, she doesn't, he doesn't, etc. This is a structure of negative as well as interrogative sentences in simple present tense. In order to form a positive sentence or affirmative sentence, this is structure: subject, verb or verb, complement or object. Okay, for example, she seems sad. She seems sad. That is subject to verb complement pattern. But when we frame into negative sentences, we use do or does along with the verb. She doesn't seem calm. sad. She doesn't seem sad. Okay, here after using do or does, we should not use s or es along with the verb. For example, she doesn't seem sad, and it is not she doesn't seems sad. Also, for interrogative sentences, does she seem sad? Does she seem sad? Okay, so keep it in your mind when you frame positive, negative, and interrogative sentences. Here are some examples for each person. I live, you live, he lives, she lives, it lives. We live, you live, they live. Okay, so in the same way, for the plural also, see, there will be changes. Okay, negative sentences. He doesn't live, she doesn't live, it doesn't live. Also for interrogative sentence, does he live, does she live, or does it live? For other persons, do is enough, but for third person singular alone we use s or es. In order to form WH questions in simple present tense, we use WH word and do or does. For example, what do you do on Saturday morning? Or what does she do on weekends? When do you go to school? When does he play? Even if we use WH word, we must use do or does along with it in order to frame questions. With this, I think it's clear for you simple present tense, its usages, its structure in affirmative, positive, and negative sentences. Okay. We use present continuous tense to mention an action that goes on for a short period of time in the present. For example, he is eating. It will continue for a certain period of time, isn't it? So we use he is eating. What is he doing? He is eating. Take these verbs as examples. What is he doing? He is sitting. He is drinking. He is working. He is swimming. He is reading. He is cooking. He is watching, etc. This will go on for a certain period of time in the present. So in order to mention that, we use present continuous tense. The form is subject plus is, am, or are plus ing form of the verb, present participle form of the verb, that is ing form. Present participle is ing form, past participle is three forms. Sure. Is he playing football at the moment? No, he isn't. He is running. See, it continues for a certain short period of time. So we use present continuous tense. In order to form interrogative sentences in present continuous tense, the auxiliary we take first. In simple present we used do or does, but here there is already an auxiliary. For example, I am writing, she is writing, he is writing, you are writing, etc. This is, am, or are auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. We take it at the beginning of the sentence and we make interrogative sentences. For example, am I playing? Are you playing? Are we playing? Are they playing? Is he playing? Is she playing? Is it playing? Etc. In order to form negative sentences, we just add int or not along with the auxiliary. For example, I am not playing. You are not playing or you aren't playing. He is not playing or he isn't playing. What is she doing here? She is drawing a picture at the moment. It will continue for a certain period of time, so we use present continuous tense. What is Tweety doing? It's flying. It's flying for some time, so we use present continuous tense. See the changes in spellings when we convert into ing forms. Listen, there is no change listening. D-I-E is changed into Y. Dying, D-Y-I-N-G. See, in the similar way, lie, lying, etc. Here, writing E is omitted when it is converted into ing form. Then we use writing, hop, and we double the spelling, hopping, travel, traveling, etc. Look at the slide and make present participle form or ing form of the verbs, and make it sure that there will be changes in the spelling. Okay, here is the answer for the previous slide. Beginning, see the doubling of spelling, and also rubbing, listening, lying, swimming. Okay, getting, admitting, putting, etc. Present continuous tense, its usage. Okay, and when we how we use simple present we had seen, so we will discuss about how present continuous tense is used. This is used for actions which are happening or around the moment of speaking, at or around the moment. Now I'm doing the washing up. She is working very hard nowadays. That means these days it is happening. Also to mention temporary actions, I'm staying with a friend at the moment. Tomorrow there will be change maybe. So for temporary situations we use present continuous. Also we use it for the actions that happens at the moment of speaking. They are dancing right now. Okay, the continuous. So here we use present continuous. I told you we use it for speaking about temporary situations. They normally play tennis. This means if it happens regularly, which tense will we use? Simple present tense. So they normally play tennis, but this week they are skating. This is a temporary action, so we use present continuous. So we use it for changing or developing situations. His English is getting better. It is getting colder. The corona is spreading everywhere. So if it is a developing situation, we use present continuous. Also for fixed arrangements in the near future. They are getting married next week. Okay. For the third rule, that is for the temporary situations. Yesterday it was very sunny. Today it's raining more and more. It's a temporary situation. Maybe tomorrow it may not be like that. Regarding the fourth rule, that is if an event is fixed, they are celebrating a party next weekend. It's already scheduled or arranged, fixed. In simple present tense, we have referred that there will be certain adverbs like often, never, etc. we use. Also in present continuous tense, we use the adverbs like now, at the moment, at present, today, nowadays, this week, etc. They are throwing snowballs now. So these expressions, these adverbs we use with present continuous tense. Children, here we wind up today's class. But today you have to do the exercise on page number 33A, 34B and 35C. This exercise please do and keep it there with you. After completing the lesson you have to submit it, but today you must write it.